back to my channel. It's been a while since we've last seen each other, about 2 years I think, which is like forever in internet time. Yeah, I know, I've been really bad at posting regularly on YouTube, so obviously I'm going to promise you now that I'm going to post weekly videos on every Thursday. So yeah, fingers crossed this goes way better than it went last time when I took a break for 2 years. For today's video, I thought I'd do a stolen author tag because, you know, it's been a while, maybe you've forgotten all about me and it would be great to get reacquainted. And it's stolen because, well, like I said, I took a 2-year break from YouTube, so I doubt anyone would have thought of tagging me. Not that anyone knew I existed before I took the break, other than my, you know, close friends, author friends, and die-hard fans, all 10 of them. Anyway, this is an author tag that has 9 questions total, and I have it right here on my phone. Yes, that's right, that's the cover of Angel's Feather, because I love it so much I have to have it with me everywhere. It happens. So, first question, where is your favorite place to write? I don't have a favorite place to write, I'm sorry. I can write pretty much anywhere. I can stay in bed and write, which helps when I'm sick. I can write at my desk, write in the kitchen, go to a cafe and write. If I had to pick an ideal place to write, it would be somewhere outside on a really warm, sunny day. Maybe in a gazebo surrounded by a huge garden with Alice running around, you know, all free and primal. Yeah, that would be great. Second question, which makes me believe the person who created this tag really didn't know me. Someone didn't know about how addicted I was to coffee. That's unforgivable. So the question is, coffee or tea? Well, coffee, obviously. Here, I will demonstrate. This is coffee. You drink it, you turn it into words. That is how it works. Anyway, like I said, first off, I'm an addict. Second of all, I'm Romanian, which means we only drink tea when we're sick. Tea is good for colds and for tummy aches and stuff like that. Although for colds, the poor man's aspirin is better, and if you don't know what that is, you're too young to be here. Third question, favorite book of all time? I don't have one. I have favorites, plural, and by plural I mean probably a few dozens, which I probably will expand in the next few years to quite a few dozens, maybe hundreds, I don't know. I like books, I love them, I read them all my life. My preferences changed, so I still love the ones I used to love as a child. I could tell you about the first book I ever read on my own when I was like 4 and a half. It was called From the Polar Bear. And it was the story of a circus bear who wants to go back to the North Pole, and he has a few issues surviving there because juggling isn't a great way to get food and tumbling isn't a great way to speak to other bears, I guess. Anyway, he comes back to the circus in the end, but it was a fascinating tale for me, and the idea of reading it on my own with no help from any parent, that was amazing. So it stuck with me over the years. Fourth question, NaNoWriMo, yes or no? Well, I used to be a huge fan of NaNoWriMo. I did it every year for about 4 years, I think. And then I kind of had to take a break because it was too much pressure for me. And if you know me at all, I have a pretty demanding schedule. So, yeah, adding the pressure of Nano and you know, the fact that I'm super competitive and I want to finish and want to do well in any kind of a sort of competition setting, that didn't really help. I ended up pulling like writing marathons, like writing from dawn to dusk, and ended up with, you know, wrist pain the next day or for the next week, which wasn't that great. So I decided that this year I'd do things differently. Like, I challenged myself to write every day, and it's been working for the most part. We had some hiccups, you know, family issues, work stuff that I had to help deal with, so I took a break here and there, or when I got super sick, but for the most part, that's the challenge, write every day for the entire year, and I hope I keep doing well with that one, because that means more books for you. Next question. Genre you would write if you had no restrictions. It's not a question of restrictions for me. If I want to write in a genre, I will. I self-publish a lot of what I write these days. Like about 90% of what I write is or will be self-published. So it's not like I have to deal with the pressures of a publisher. So, yeah. But maybe writing a horror would be like a challenge for me. Maybe because I'm super terrified of scary things and I have a huge problem reading or watching horror. I've seen Alien recently, the new one, Covenant. I liked it, I think. Well, it was meh. But anyway, it was a challenge for me to go through it because scary movie and they get me every time. Every shitty jump scare, yeah, that scares me. So yeah, if I managed to write a horror, well, that would be a story for the ages, wouldn't it? Next question. If you could have one superpower, what would it be? Oh man, so many of them sound great. I mean, you know, read people's thoughts. Yeah, that can get a bit depressing though. Or move stuff with your mind. Or flying. I'll take flying. Because travel takes a lot of time. Being on a plane with a crying baby sucks. Jet lag sucks. So flying, I'll take flying. And I wonder, do you still need a visa if you fly over? And do you have to keep in touch with air traffic control or something like that? Somebody should catch Superman and ask him, because I really need these details. Seventh question, favorite author. Well, this is the same thing as the question about my favorite book. I don't have one. I can't pick one. I have a lot of authors that I love, and there were some I loved as a child, and others that I loved as a teen, and others that I love as an adult, and every year I discover a new amazing author. So I couldn't just pick one, I'm sorry. Especially since I read in so many genres. I mean, I read sci-fi, I read paranormal, I read contemporary, I read fiction, I read literary fiction, I read historicals, non-fiction, so yeah, no, I can't choose, sorry. Next question. What kind of music do you listen to when you write? My tastes in music are quite eclectic. I grew up with classical music because I used to go to ballet lessons and fell in love with the classical music, obviously. My dad used to listen to Queen, Deep Purple, and Pink Floyd when I was super little. So I still love those bands. Plus, there's everything new and old that I discovered as I grew up and added to my collection in pretty much every genre. I don't think I have any dubstep. But anyway, close enough. So I have this list of favorites on YouTube where I've added all the videos and songs that I like, and I just let that play in the background when I feel like having music while I write. And it's whatever's playing at that point that works. If I stumble across a song that's really inspiring for the scene I'm writing, I will put that on repeat, and that works great. And last question of this tag. If you could live anywhere, where would that be? Oh no, it's the 9th. I forgot to number the other one, so you have one more question after this one. Well, if I could live anywhere, that would be right here in Romania. I'm considering moving because, you know, too much bureaucracy and stuff like that. But ideally, I would live here and travel the world. That would be great. I like the idea of having this place as a home base and then just exploring any other country I want. I've been doing that for a while, even if I've toned down my international travel in the past few years because, you know, work and stuff, and most of my travel was for author events, and I tried to combine that with a bit of sightseeing. But yeah, that would be ideally it. Or just move around and spend a few months in each country. Yeah, this would be great too. I don't know how it would work in those conditions. I mean, how don't you get distracted by everything you see that's new? Yeah, no, I don't think I could do that. Or probably I'd get used to it. I mean, I've been taking my work with me wherever I travel for the past 6-7 years. I should be good at it. So now, the really final question. What do you do when you get writer's block? Well, if you asked me that last year, I would have said I never get writer's block. And I really don't. It's not a question of not having an idea, of not putting words on paper. I sometimes get a bit stuck because I write more projects at once, so then they're kind of competing for my attention in my head. But things have changed over the past year. Like in 2016, about July, I kind of stopped writing completely. I found it really hard to write. I would open my documents and just stare at them for a long while. I think in those six months, like from July till the end of the year, I wrote maybe 10,000 words, maybe. And it was a question of a lot of stress, a lot of it sort of writing adjacent. So because I had to deal with that first, and with the pressure of all the work I was doing, and you know, dealing with everyday stuff, I got into this super major slump. And what I did to get rid of it, well, first of all, I dealt with all the issues that were causing it. I've gone through some really stressful and not so pleasant things to achieve that, but now I'm really happy with where I am, what my plans are for my writing career. And other than that, I started this Write Everyday challenge, which was my 2017 major challenge actually, and that's been working so far. I focused on the habit of writing every day and not on the word count, and that helped me get past my slump. So yeah, what do you do to get past your writer's block or prevent it? I'm really trying to prevent it now, and I do that by writing all the time. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this tag. If you want to do it, I will leave a blank copy of the questions in the description. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and that I'll see you back here next Thursday for my next one. I will probably pre-film that because on that Thursday specifically, I'm leaving for Birmingham. I'm going to attend Birmingham Pride that weekend with my friend Taylin Clavelli. So if you're in Birmingham and at Pride, stop by and say hello. We'll have a booth there, so we'll have some books and we'll have lots of fun. Bring cider, I guess. And in other bookish news, I have a release coming up in one day. So tomorrow, Dusk to Dawn will be released. It's still on special pre-order price, and it will be still on discount tomorrow until the end of the day. So if you like contemporary gay romances, this one is set in Romania, so you should find it quite interesting as a different experience. Check it out. I'll leave the link in the descriptions, and hope I pull this off, and I'll see you next Thursday. Bye! Oh, wait, this is a YouTube channel. You should definitely like this video, comment if you have anything to say, and subscribe. Please subscribe. Bye!